here. Life after money. I don't think we're going to get disturbed today because Madam is upstairs with her back against a radiator. She's not going to be chuffed when I go and turn it off in about an hour. But anyway, yes. Have you got your coffee? Coffee time chat. Cheers. It is 12:30. I've just washed my hair. I've been to the post office this morning to pay my council tax. I pay into the post office, and that will be my last payment now until the new year starts. I think on April the 1st. So I pay the council tax over 10 months. I believe you can actually spread it out over the 12 months if you like, but I don't bother. So council tax paid. I took some cash out because everything I spend more or less is cash. So have you got a coffee? Cheers. The picture's finished. It's been on my blog yesterday, but I thought I would just make this video and show you the picture. I've got a frame which is exactly the same as the one I've used, so that was the frame before anything was done to it. Just a plain wooden frame. That one's got quite a big notch there, so I'm thinking that might be quite difficult to cover with paint, as long as it might work with the dark paint, but I didn't choose that one. So what I did choose is this one, and there it is, finished. I'm pleased with it. I think I've achieved what I set out to achieve. I wanted the contrast between the colours and the black foliage. I think it's probably, what do I call it? It's probably a floral arrangement. A floral arrangement. So there's bits of plastic in the middle there. Let me just get up and I can check the back of the camera to see what you can see. Right, there we go. So this is all pieces from an old wreath that I've had for some years. I used to go and raid the bins in the church around springtime when they threw out all the wreaths. So black paint with splatters of silver on it. I'm not sure how good a picture you will get close up. It'll go blurry, I think, but yes, there we have it. So I put a back on it there, painted black on the other side. It's got hangers on, and it's ready for hanging on the wall. Yeah, I'm really pleased with that. I did aim for the contrast between the black and the colours. Normally you would maybe put a black frame with a coloured picture inside the black frame, but I did it the other way around. I wanted to make the feature the frame, and it is, but it's also, the centre is also a feature. So I think it's a little bit quirky, like me. I like quirky. So there you are. That is done. So now I can move on to something else. Last night, have you got your coffee? It's blowing like anything out there. It's not raining at the moment, and I'm hoping it doesn't rain, because I would like to go for a walk and get blown to bits across the fields. I'm due for another 5-mile walk, so I'm hoping that it stays dry at least. I don't mind the wind, as long as it's not wet and soggy. Cheers. Right, last night I did a shop at Home Bargains. Now Home Bargains is like a discount store. It's got all sorts in it, and we've got one on a retail park, so it's easy to drive right almost up to the door. And they close at 8 o'clock, and I went at 7:30. And this is what my shopping is like these days. I go shopping late, so I arrived at 7:30 to find nobody in the shop. That suits me fine. Now I go there to get cat food because my cats don't like Aldi cat food, and Home Bargains do seem to have reasonable prices. In fact, Home Bargains, B&M and Pound Stretcher, they're nearly all the similar price range. So anyway, people have been asking me what I buy when I go shopping. Now it's 4 weeks since I last went to Home Bargains, and so I just get a few bits there. Don't do my whole shop there, because Aldi is cheaper than Home Bargains for my food. So it's 4 weeks since I last went to Home Bargains, and it's 2 weeks now since I've been to Aldi, and so I'm now I will go another week until I go to Aldi again. So that will be 3 week gaps in between shopping at Aldi, and 4 to 5 week gaps between shopping at Home Bargains. So I think that's quite nicely spread out. These are the only 2 shops that I go in, and I mentioned as well that I pay cash because that suits me better. So anyway, I've got a few things to show you what I bought last night, because people want to see what I buy. A few things for me. I'll just dip into my bag. Instant hot chocolate. Now Aldi do a good version of this in a jar, but they don't have that in Home Bargains. So I'm finding that, you know, I'm not able to get everything I want in one shop, so there has to be some compromise. So I think there are 7 cups inside there. Now I would probably be able to get more cups out of a cheaper Aldi version in a jar, but you either have it or you don't have it. So I don't mind a hot chocolate before I go to bed sometimes. These were quite a good price actually. These are giant sultana scones for £1. There's 2 for 6 in a pack, so I have them. I usually buy scones from Aldi anyway, and it's actually a smaller pack for a similar price, so that is a better buy than Aldi. So what else? I bought some salt, because I don't put salt on food. I just don't. But it's good for putting on the cracks in the garden. You know, I've got some block paving on the front, not slabs, not proper block paving, but slabs, and weeds come up between them. So what I do is go along the gaps in between, and it kills the weeds. And if we do get a cold spell and the ground is frozen on my driveway, I will just throw some of this about. So it's handy to have. And for coffee, I have Coffee Mate. Now I've already got one of these in the cupboard anyway, but I don't want to let myself run out, because I'm not going to go running to shops for the odd item. So I might have bought a few extras here, but these are going to do me for over the next coming weeks and months even. So I won't be needing to buy any of that for at least 2 to 3 months. So it's not hoarding, it's just stocking up for the immediate 2 to 3 months to come, so that I never really run out of something. And I don't make lists because if I've forgotten something, I've just forgotten it, and that's it, end of story. But anyway, I've got my list here. I did actually spend £68 last night, and I'll show you other things that I've bought. So, pot scourers, yeah, well, you never know when. These don't last very long actually. I like this fact that it's a spongy on one side and hard on the other side. But I do have a pot scourer that I made myself out of these mesh fruit bags. Now that's fine for some jobs, but sometimes I want the spongy bit, so I bought that. It's cheap enough. And now I've spoken about these pasta in sauce before, because Aldi have them. Now these are 50p each, which is slightly more than Aldi. But not to worry, because I now know that for the amount of things I've got in my cupboard, I could live for maybe 3 or 4 months on what I've got in the cupboard. So I will add these to stews, and I'll just eat them as they are. And I'm a bit low on spices. In fact, I had a sort out for spices, and I've got a lot of packets of really old stuff, and it was just horrible. So, and I've just finished. I do like to add garlic to quite a lot of my food actually. I just like the taste and the smell of garlic. So I've got the garlic. These were 49p each, which isn't too bad. I needed some more turmeric, because that's good for you. I do add that to a lot of food. And I've got some mixed herbs. So they were 50p each. Have you got a coffee? Cheers. So what else? Got a few more things. Commons casserole mixes. Now these are what you would normally put in, well, casseroles. I don't make casseroles. Spaghetti bolognese. I mean, I do eat spaghetti, but my sauces are just like a mishmash of any herbs and spices that I've got. So it might say sausage casserole on there, but I won't be making a sausage casserole. So I got 3 packets of that, because it's useful to have something with different flavours in the cupboard to add to my vegetable stews, my soups, if I do anything with pasta, or if I do anything with corn. So useful to have that. And veggie cubes. So, but actually Aldi do a really good cheap vegetable cubes. But I didn't go to Aldi last night. I went to Home Bargains. So I got the Oxo veggie cubes, and I got 2 packets. And what I will do with these is crush them into a container. So I shall put around about 10 or 12 and smash them to bits, and then put them into a container. Then I can use a spoon, because I don't really ever use a whole cube on its own. So I just use a sprinkle of it just to add flavour. So cubes. And the last item out of the bag is I'm wanting to keep ahead of the moisturiser for my face, because I don't want to run out of it. I was looking for Olay, but Home Bargains don't have it, because I quite like Olay. But I've got this L'Oreal, this one in a box. It's, I think it was £4.99, £5, something like that. Yes, L'Oreal, £5 for that. So I would expect this to be something similar. And here we have a pot, and maybe I shouldn't be opening it just yet. It's got a seal on anyway. Oh, it hasn't got a seal. No, it's got a seal on the side. I just have a no scent. I just put that on there, look. I think it's going to be really nice and soft and gentle. So that's my new face cream for when the Olay has finished, and it's called Wrinkle Expert. Anti-wrinkle hydrating cream, smooths wrinkles, improves firmness, hydrates. 24H. Oh, I don't know what that is, but anyway, the price was right, and I think it's going to be nice and smooth on my, yes, got to look after my complexion. So, have you got a coffee? Cheers. I've got, the bulk of my shopping was on cat food, because that's what I went for. So I've stacked it up here, and I'll just let you have a look. Come with me. So I bought a big box of whiskers. Now I have to get the jelly one because they don't like the gravy. I've got as Felix, As Good As It Looks. That's a bit more expensive, but I actually like to have 2 or 3 different ones in, because cats, as you probably know, go on and off food like nobody's business. Like you're turning a tap on. One day they will like the whiskers, and the next day they will hate it. So I like to have a bit of a choice there, because in about 2 or 3 months later they will eat the whiskers again. So anyway, and they really like this Perfect Fit. It is slightly more expensive than the Whiskers Dry. I've got Whiskers Dry, but they really like this. Both cats really like that. So I emptied the shelf and got 9 packets. Because I don't intend going back to Home Bargains for at least another 4 to 6 weeks. So anyway, another little variety for Oscar Cat, because he eats the bulk of the wet. But I thought, well, get these, because, you know, 4 in a pack, 8 of those, and the gourmet, a change, you know, in case they go off something. I like to have something else to offer. Now I've got some doggy treats here, because as I'm walking about the village I do meet lots of dogs, and of course little Billy, he likes a little treat as well. He gets a treat when he does a poo. So he does lots of poos because he's learnt. Anyway, I'll just set you down a minute. We'll wrap this one up because I want to get it onto YouTube. I actually made this video yesterday, but I wasn't happy with it, so I've just redone it today. Anyway, how are you getting on? I'm fine. Just carrying on, because I've finished that now. Finished that picture, so I've got something else to carry on with, and going out on days when it's not raining. So have you got a coffee? Cheers. we have to take each day as it comes, make the most of it. So thank you for watching, and when I do an oldie shop next week, I'll maybe do a little rundown of what I buy from Aldi. I do get lots of requests from people wanting money saving tips, and I do still save money in some ways, and I'm always mindful about how much I'm spending and how much I can afford to spend and how I can save money. But with me now only shopping in 2 places, I don't go for yellow stickers anymore, because that is not a priority. My priority is to go shopping when nobody else is. So that means 2 shops only at 7:30, 8:30 at night. So, and that's how it is. So I will just carry on doing that, and I can get everything I want, and go in and out of empty shops. So right, no cat. Cat is upstairs. So I'm going to get on. Thank you for popping in. Thank you for watching my video. Thank you for listening to my waffle.